Hey everyone, Reaper here again. I decided to make a quick video. I made a room tour. Now, I filmed it on my cell phone, so maybe the sound and maybe the quality is not going to be up to par with some other great videos that are on YouTube. Not mine, but stuff like that. But I thought it'd be interesting just to show what's inside this room. Um, you know, it's a small room. Okay, and as you can see, obviously it houses my comic wall, some comic books, and my games. So just figured I'd throw a quick room tour video together. I hope you enjoy it, but again, the quality, it may not be so good because I filmed it on a cell phone, but it should be somewhat enjoyable, if not somewhat interesting for those that have been watching this channel for the last, it's going to be 6 years now. Been a long time. Well, anyway, enjoy. Okay, here is a brief room tour. In this room, I keep a majority of my books and my games, as you can see. Forgive me if the video quality for this isn't so good. I am filming it off my phone. So let us begin. Here we have on this wall, I'll back up a little bit. This is where, now as you can see, it's obstructed by some of the comic boxes. I'll talk about those in a few minutes. But here is where I keep my Xbox games, my Xbox 360 games. We go down here to Xbox One, GameCube, Wii U. It's obstructed by my wife's yoga mat. She does yoga in this room. And Nintendo games. Now, as you can see here, I'm not going to focus too much on this. But here is where I keep some of my more interesting comics. Others are behind here in the closet, along with some special edition boxes to some of these games and the games I'll show you in a few moments. But right here is where I keep the majority of my special private stock. Forgive some of the dust on this. I'm not much of a duster. But here we have on the bottom, we have the two CGC boxes, the BCW plastic CGC box, and this one right here. We got a Golden Age box, magazine box rather, for some of my Golden Age books and some magazines. And this right here belongs to my comic book shop guy. I'm doing a project for him. And here we have the BCW short boxes. Now you can see it's a big tower, well, because I stacked everything. And here's where I keep a lot of my important books. Some books over here. Now right here, this is where I used to do my old videos. Okay, and I would have the banner, the Reaper Tape banner, covering right here, which is some more of my video game systems. A couple PlayStation 1s, TurboGrafx 16, a Sega Saturn, a discolored Super Nintendo. Here's the easel that I would put the comics on. Here I keep supplies, Mylar bags, whiteboards, other sort of things. Here's my original collection of the Russ Cochran EC collections of Tales from the Crypt, Vault of Horror, Haunt of Fear. Here we have a couple other things here. A beat up card of a Thundercats Hammerhand figure, one of my favorite figures. Speaking of favorites, here's one of my favorite video games, Diablo 3. Now, as you can see here, some damage to it. We had a cat, and when I had this thing rolled up, the cat started chewing on this and damaged this nice black poster. We had a cat. Here's another poster. I got both of these posters when I pre-ordered these games a few years ago. Here's the Elder Scrolls 3. I guess it's map for it. A couple other books. Now this is a long box of books selling. The Infinity Glove. Move up over here. Remember I talked about some of those game special editions? Well, when I got Elder Scrolls 4, this was one of the things that came with it. I got to put two other, these are Thundercat figures, the Berserkers. I got two others. I just got to find them and put them over here. Alright, there's when I pre-ordered Breath of the Wild and when I pre-ordered Grand Theft Auto 5. I never even finished that game. Never finished this one either. But I got that. A couple figures now here. So we back up a little bit. comic wall. You may see some books that I showed in previous videos. You may see some books that I have yet to show. So, pretty interesting. Back up a little bit more. An old American flag. TV when I used to have there's some video game magazines in there. TV whenever I would play some of those games. So, it's the only window in this room of beat up blinds. I gotta get better blinds. But no big deal. It's a little dark, but you can see right there some of the DC figures I picked up. And now we're going to back up a little bit and you see the other comic book wall. Again, you can see some books I have yet to show. They'll be in future hauls. And some more figures. My desk is a mess, you know, with teaching and everything. Had to come up with a couple of things and just never tidied up a bit. But there's also some supplies in there for comics and all that. There's the chair I sit on. I got that chair. I went to a WWF event in 2001. We sat front row. You were able to take the chair home with you, which I thought was pretty cool. And this is where I usually sit when you see me do the videos. As you can see here, I'll talk more about this in a bit. Scroll up, there's another Diablo poster. I got this the same time I got the other poster. Two very awesome prints given to me by Patrick Luther Manning for, I believe it was Christmas. I think that might have been Christmas. I think that was Christmas. That might have been Christmas too, or my birthday. I don't remember which one, but regardless, they're both on display and I like them both very much. Some more Nintendo or video game figures. You got Dark Link, and you got some Mega Man stuff. You got the Tall Man from the Phantasm movies. You got Cyclops, the comic book guy, and some more Mega Man stuff. There's Hella. But we'll finish up the room tour with where you usually see me sit. These are the PlayStation 3 games that are spilling out over here. We got PS4. We got more PS4. Then we got some Sega CD stuff and Sega Saturn stuff. So right here is the other massive game wall where the PlayStation collection begins. Like I said, it spills out over here. We have the PlayStation 1 set. I think I have over 200 PlayStation 1 games. These are just some burned games for the Dreamcast. Some long boxes. I'm always collecting for PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2. I collect a little bit for Xbox 360 because they're very cheap to get. PlayStation 3 is pretty cheap to get. I imagine in a few years it won't be so cheap. But PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, I collect heavily. Probably have over 200 PlayStation 2 games. You can see PlayStation 1 spills out on this shelf too. And I got this when I pre-ordered Mortal Kombat. I'm just going fast through it. It's not really to highlight any particular game. It's just to show you how much I actually have. Oh, there's Mumra. I gotta find his hat. Sonic the Hedgehog, I guess I gotta put that away. And we conclude this with the Joe Jusko print that I bought at the East Coast Comic Con, I think in 2018. I told him that he was the reason why I got into comics. He seemed very responsive to it. He told his wife, and she sort of just looked at him and me. No, she was very friendly too. But yeah, that's just a quick tour of the comic/game room, and I guess it's now the yoga room too for my wife. She likes coming in here and doing yoga. She says it's really calming for her. So that's about it. Hope you enjoyed this quick video. Take care, everyone.